That would probably explain it. Can anybody hear me now? Excellent. Welcome to the F1 here on the Sunday Race League. We're here for the Tier 3 Championship, and I'm now speaking to you live, having sorted out all my settings. It's the fun of the fair of having a PlayStation with a corrupt database, folks. You have to reset the PlayStation every few weeks. But I don't have the money for a new PlayStation right now. So there you go. Here we are, ready. Looks like we're still waiting on a few drivers to come on. Is Furico Racing. Let's have a little look down the list. Yeah, we've got Furico Racing here for Haas this weekend. We are now just waiting for the start of the Grand Prix, so let's get the old race stand-ins up. Is this from the latest round? That's from Hungary. Still waiting on the latest race stand-ins, folks. But we are looking forward to a good weekend of racing here as we head off to the Singapore Grand Prix. We've got fans of Catesby in, we've got Martin Belly, we've got who I've been calling El Trocker, I think I've realised is Liam the Rocker. Am I right in saying that? Because you messaged me earlier. Was that you who messaged me? You've got a new we've got Liam who's got a new new wheel. So here we are, just waiting for the all the drivers to come in for the short qualifying here. So 18 minutes. Got to do your best lap. Most likely going to see people coming out on those soft tyres. Someone might go for a risky one on the mediums, which will be interesting to see. LT Rocker, but you like El Trocker. Well, there we go. All the fun of the fair here. Right then, let's have a little wait. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like, because you see all these names written down, and sometimes you got to work out exactly what is meant by them. I had a friend whose account was Sublime, and I thought it was Sublime for ages. And I was like, what's so good about like a bad line? But there you go. So, who have we got coming out first? Catesby is going to be out first on track. I'll hop on board with him and see how he does. As we wait for all the drivers to come round. So, Hutchie and Rocky leading the way in the championship at the moment. Rocky is going to come out on the medium tyres, it looks like. Skullface will also go for that. Hutchie is coming out on the soft tyres straight away, so be interesting to see how that develops. Martin Belly cheering on Catesby as we ride on board with him. And tricky track here. I think there's a little glitch with the pit entry that can happen. So just got to keep an eye out for that during the race. I got a 5-second penalty earlier, even though I had the pit limiter applied. So just watch out for that. I'm going to be asking for that to be taken off. It got me back up to 7th. Catesby moves over to let Farico go through. Farico clearly deciding he wants to go a bit quicker. Farico dropped into the pit, so that's why I wanted to get through. So let's ride on board with Catesby, who's now got traffic. Oh, that's not going to help him, and he's going to have to back out. Hope these cars get out of the way. Skullface does. And all this is going to hold him up. He tries to get a little bit of a slipstream from Dark RT21. He gets out of the way now. So not an ideal start to the lap for Catesby. Maybe a bit annoyed that they didn't get out of the way a bit sooner. Misses that apex a little bit, but nicely through the second part of the corner. It's really tricky to get the car under control here, and nicely held on the exit. He runs up towards the next braking zone, slams on the brakes, turns in a little bit early, has a couple of bites of the cherry there. Now he's going to roll it through this next sweeping section of left, right, and then through the bridge section under this tunnel here. Which is a real nightmare. Real sure to see someone make a mistake there, because you can just get caught out so easily. A little lock up, you end up in that wall. And Catesby goes over the line with a 136.5, and that's a pretty good opening lap, especially with what happened earlier on. Let's have a look at Skullface. Let's ride on board with Catesby's teammate Cheap Skills then, as NJ Devil goes 138.6, so not a great lap from him. Gomez Yanta has gone 136.5, so a fraction faster than Catesby. How can Cheap Skills do against his teammate? And he goes slightly slower, 137.1, so 0.6 of a second down on his teammate. And a good lap there from Catesby and Gomez Yanta. Starting them off, let's have a look at Skullface, who is... Who else can fly? Ooh, someone's gone purple in that sector. That's Dark RT21. Really careful and gentle through those first sections. So Hutchie does a 138.2. Temp goes 136.3. So a good lap from Temp. Start runs it through underpass. And just cuts the corner there, and that's going to be an invalidated lap from Temp. Farico Samo has gone purple through the first sector, and now he looks to put down a good lap time after he clearly made a mistake in the first effort. Brother Adam now goes fastest with a 136.0, and Rocky goes second fastest with a 136.2 on the mediums. Wow. Storming lap from the Ferrari championship contender. Hutchie gets out of the way for Farico Samo, has a bit of understeer as he runs through that corner. And it's purple again through this sector, with a little bit of oversteer as well. So he's really pushing this car. You can see how close he is to the edge here, knowing he's going to have to make up for that little error that he made earlier on. Now he swings it through this underpass section. And Nova Apollo has gone fastest with a 135.4, so really storming lap from him on a second set of the soft tyres. Oh, and a big bit of oversteer from Rico Sama through the final corner, and he ends up 9th place, and not an ideal end to the lap there for Rico Sama. So Nova Apollo with a super lap out so far. Pope J Pope now coming through the first sector, still to set a lap time here. Let's see where he can put his car at the moment. He's gone purple through the first sector. Cuts that beautifully to the apex there. Nicely controlled, back on the power. He's getting out of the way ahead. Purple through this sector as well. So this is going well for Pope J Pope at the moment. And he needs to control it nicely through the final sector. Beautifully cut to that corner. And this should be a really good lap here for Pope J Pope as he comes through the final corner. And it's a 1:36 dead, and he goes second with that, and that is a really nice lap, and by 1/1000th of a second. Incredible, incredible. Great racing from both of the guys. Simon needs to do a more gentle outlap. Yeah, it needs to be. It's really easy to make silly errors here. Ava has validated their lap. TGL Stewart goes fastest with a 1:35.2. That's a good lap from TGL Stewart. And so we see him go there. Let's have a look at us. Here is Wildcard 221 is progressing down this. Doing that. Stewart is rapid around Singapore. Wow, yeah, evidently. That's a really impressive lap. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of the street circuits. I feel like I say this every week. I'm not a fan of the circuit. So Rocky's going out again on the set of mediums. It's interesting. Is that intentional? Is there any mistake? Do you think? I'd be surprised. With Catsviz, he comes over the line and comes onto a hot lap onto the mediums. Need to do a good lap to improve on that time on the softs. But Rocky's proven it can be done. Nice and tidy so far. And 0.1 of a second up on his best time at the moment. So he's doing a pretty good job. If he can find some time in this final sector. Does improve it ever so slightly, so he will be able to start on those mediums if he wishes to. And over Apollo getting one out of the way of people. Brother Adam coming into the pits. Rocky has set a purple sector in the middle sector. Goes third with the second set of medium tyres, so he must have taken the harder compound tyres to the weekend. So good lap from Rocky then. Temp is not really pursuing a hot lap here. Over Apollo. Can he improve on his time? 0.1 of a second up at the moment. Can find some more time on the rest of this lap. Be a challenge to TGL Stewart's pole position lap at the moment. Purple through that middle sector. Now he's got Rocky ahead of him. Needs to get out of the way, Rocky. Thank you. Quick through there. And it is the new fastest lap of 1:35.035 and 0.2 of a second quicker than TGL Stewart, who was just coming out of the pits. Rocky comes into the pits, so those drivers coming in now will just about have enough time to do another lap. Rico has validated his lap. Hope now. Let's try and find a second on his previous best. Always one of my favourite bits of the weekend is just sitting here and watching the drivers go for it, really power through the corners. All excited to see the testing going on this weekend, hoping that there's going to be a good season of Formula 1 ahead for all of us. Pope J. Pope puts himself up to third position with a good lap there. Let's ride on board now with TGL Stewart to see how he's doing as he runs down to the end of the first sector, really pushing it right out to near the wall. Done from him so far. So Nova Apollo's time to beat a 135.0. Will we see Stewart manage to get into the 134s? Going to be enough for Stewart. So that's his qualifying over. Skullface then. Potential to put himself up. Brother Adam coming through the final couple of sectors. Who else is coming in? Ava is coming into the pits. As is the car ahead. So it's Brother Adam next. Over the line. He goes third for now. Can his teammate Skullface do anything about it? No, it doesn't look like he can. And not NJ Devil either. Gomez Yanta goes up to 11th place. And who is left? Cheap Skills. Going to come over the line in 15th place in the end. So Brother Adam taking this taking it up to third place with that final lap of his. Not too bad, but it's Nova Apollo with a 135.0 who has set the pace today. TGL Stewart 135 2.2 a second behind him. Brother Adam in third. Skullface his teammate fourth position. So it's going to be an interesting race. Big news though, everybody, is our championship rivals. We've got Pope J. Pope putting himself up to 5th. Rocky is going to be starting from 6th position. Temp in 7th. Farico 8th. Dark 9th. Ava 10th. Gomez Yanta 11th. TJW 12th. Catsby 13th. NJ Devil 14th. Cheap Skills 15th. Lash 16th. But Hutchie 17th place. A 138.2. Really poor lap from him. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do from that position. It's going to be a real challenge for him to overhaul those points in the championship. We're just going to wait for everything. I'm just going to go and make a quick drink, everybody. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay then folks, so here we are. Our top 5 all on the soft tyres that they qualified on. Rocky managing to qualify in 6th on those medium tyres, so he's going to be looking dangerous in a few laps time. Temp through to Dark RT 21 all on the softs, and we've got Ava Immortal. He managed to qualify on a set of mediums in the top 10 as well, but 10th place, so we'll be hoping they can run. Everyone else on the mediums except Hutchie is really going to have to go for it on those hards. Let's have a look then as we set off. Nova Apollo getting a good start. TGL Stewart having a look down the inside. Can't make it past, and he's away ahead. Brother Adam as Skullface runs a little bit wide, and I think that's Rocky getting up past Skullface there, and not quite. Skullface blocked it off, and someone's lost a bit of front wing, and someone's got some front wing damage there, and I'm not sure who it is, as Farico is getting past Pope J Pope, and or is that Pope J Pope getting past Farico? There we go. So, and now all of that, they've managed to get past Temp there, so good clean racing from everybody through the first few corners as everything corrects itself now. Nova Apollo then out in the lead, TGL Stewart in 2nd place, Brother Adam in 3rd, Skullface in 4th. Rocky has managed to get past Pope J Pope up into 5th place, and now he's got Skullface ahead of him, who is just dropping back from his teammate, so Brother Adam will be hoping that he can make the most of this opportunity, and Skullface can hold Rocky up a little bit. Pope J Pope, Farico has managed to get past Temp up into 7th place, and then it's been a bad start for Ava Immortal and Dark RT 21, who was the loser in that bit with front wing, I think. Apollo setting the fastest lap, obviously, because he's the only person to have gone yet. Behind someone's ghosting. As Gomez Yanta has a look up the inside of Temp and manages to get past there, and that's a good move from him. So excellent work. Goes haywire again, and I'm again lost to knowing exactly who is where and what is going on. All corrected again. Gomez Yanta then making good moves on those hard tyres so far, and now train forming up behind Gomez Yanta. Sorry, behind Farico Sama. Rocky under pressure from Pope J Pope on the soft tyres, but he's used all of his ERS here. And we'll wait till he crosses the start finish line to get through. Some predicted pit stop strategies. I can't imagine anyone going for a 3 stop, as Rocky gets a 3-second time penalty, and that is early in the race to be getting time penalties. Not what you want not what you want to be wanting. As Temp and Farico Sama have a little battle for 8th place, and Farico is, Temp is passed in the McLaren. As now TJW goes past as well. So Farico down to 10th. Oh, and he gets a big bit of oversteer, and so does NJ Devil. and that's going to allow a bunch of cars come through, and including Hutchie past his teammate up into 13th place. So making some early gains on the hard tyres, hoping that he can take those long into the race and catch up to Rocky, who clearly really trying to push it on this set of hard tyres. Apollo looks just on the verge of breaking that gap, and hoping he can get it done. Brother Adam now will be hoping that he can get just out of range so that he can overtake with the DRS. And oh, as TJL Stewart goes deep, and TJL Stewart goes really deep, and behind Skullface has gone spinning as well, and that's a big crash for Skullface. He's lost his front wing and he's got to do the entire lap with no front wing, so that's really going to hurt his race. Nightmare for him, and that allows Brother Adam through and takes all the pressure off Nova Apollo for now. Rocky, as always, burning all of his ERS away the moment he can. Here we have TGL Stewart then, who needs to try and make up for that error. Let's let Brother Adam through and try and keep in touch with the Mercedes driver, who has been putting in some really good results recently, with always one little error somewhere in the race that's caused him to end up not getting the result that he deserves for some quick pace. He's been really pacey, so we're really hoping that Brother Adam can do a good job today, and looking quick in second place. Gomez Yanta on those what will be fresher medium tyres, because he's made some good ground, Gomez Yanta, so far. Up 6 places from 11th. That's really good going from him so far. As Rocky runs a little bit wide on the exit there, and they're going to allow Gomez Yanta onto the back of him. Ooh, he's so close. DRS flap open and right in the rear wing. He's going to have a look down the inside and squeezes it through on the inside, gets the move done. Really lovely work there from Gomez Yanta, up into 4th place on those medium tyres, so really good driving from him so far. And that's Rocky down into 5th place now, hoping that he can take those tyres a little bit longer. As we now have Temp also on 3 seconds worth of penalties. So early in the race to be getting those, so don't expect to see too many more from the drivers. As Gomez Yanta gets past TGL Stewart as well now, and TGL Stewart comes into the pits on those old soft tyres. They've been really hurting him clearly, and he gets a 5-second pit stop penalty for as he comes into the pit lane. But as I said before, not always accurate here that. So Gomez Yanta now up into 2nd place from 11th on the grid. It's quite an incredible start for him, really. Rocky just a second outside him. Gaps forming between the drivers further back as those first drivers have started to come into the pit. So Brother Adam coming on to a set of the mediums. He'll be going for a 2-stop. TGL Stewart on the hards will be either trying to stretch those for a 1-stop in this race, or hope that there's a point later on in the race where he can switch maybe to a set of softs to go deeper into the race. So behind him, Temp also on the soft, on the medium tyres. Pope and Nova Apollo, you would think, will be coming into the pits soon. Gomez Yanta is really catching up to the back of Nova Apollo quickly now on those fresh medium tyres. That gap is really hammering down. Nova Apollo does indeed come into the pits, so pit stop from him. Rocky going to stay out for a bit. Surely he's going to be see a little bit of those cars behind him. Pope that's also coming into the pits, so Pope now onto the mediums as well. So all those cars switching to mediums. So that's slightly going for, we're going to be going for a 2-stop because it's going to be impressive to get them all the way to the end. Hutchie gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and that's not good for him, and must be a front wing. So it's a front wing change for Hutchie, and not managing to make the most of having to run those hards deep into the race. Ends up on a set of the soft. So now it's Gomez Yanta will be trying to push these mediums deep into the race, as deep into the race as he can, to try and get onto those hards. Catsby and Cheap Skills running in 3rd and 4th. So well, theoretically, as everything stands at the moment, everyone will have to pit again once more. So it all depends on how well those drivers on the fresher tyres can come up through the pack. And it looks like Brother Adam has jumped Nova Apollo in the pit stop phase by quite some way as well. Nova Apollo is now 3 seconds off Brother Adam in that pit stop phase somewhere. So El Trocker reckons that those drivers that came in on the hard tyres can go to the end. Okay, so some of the drivers can go to the end. So it'll be interesting then to see where everything pans out. Someone's just got a new purple. New fastest lap, NJ Devil. And behind Neighbour Immortal. And it's one thing here to catch up to a car. It's quite another to actually overtake them, as NJ Devil is trying desperately to find his way up to the back of the Renault driver ahead, looking to try and have an improvement on his previous few races. NJ Devil, he was in contention for the championship at one point this season. Midway stage, it all started to fall away for him. You can see just how easy it is, and one of the things is so many corners, so easy just to drop it, as he gets a penalty there as well. And he's got a bit of front wing damage, so he's lost a bit of the front end plate there, so not ideal. TJW will be looking to try and catch up behind him. So it will be a challenge then that Nova Apollo and Brother Adam need to work hard on. Brother Adam now coming up to the back of Larsh, and he's going to need to try and get past Larsh here, and swings it to the outside, does it nice and easily. So that's Brother Adam up into 8th place. Now he's got about 6.5 seconds to find on TJW. NJ Devil really dropping off the back of Ava Immortal now with that front end plate damage. Ava Immortal trying to catch up to the back of Cheap Skills ahead in the Williams. Nova Apollo now caught up to the back of Larsh as well. As Hutchie gets a 3-second time penalty down at the back of the grid. As he was going to be impressive to find a way past there. You can see how much quicker he is. And moves to the inside. He's got some drivers coming into the pits now. Rocky and NJ Devil both into the pits on a set of hards. They'll be looking to take them to the end as well. Good move from Nova Apollo. Brother Adam has caught up 3.3, caught up a massive chunk already. 3 seconds on TJW in a couple of laps. So good moves from him as well as he tries to make his way up the field. It's Rocky in 12th place, and Stewart we reckon can go to the end, so it'll be a challenge now to see where you can get to, as it does have 8 seconds worth of penalties to contend with. As does Rocky, as does Hutchie. Temp on 6 seconds worth of penalties, so that's going to hurt his race moving forward, but those drivers up the front all managing to keep it clean so far. As Brother Adam, it's TJW and Ava Immortal both coming into the pits, so that Brother Adam up into 4th place now, and needs to try and just keep pushing as hard as he can. He's got another 7-second gap to make up to Cheap Skills. There's still close in behind his teammate, just can't quite get to within that second that he needs. NJ Devil further down, and TJL Stewart going past Larsh as well, so that's TJL Stewart up into 6th place. Pope J Pope now in behind Larsh as well, and he swings it to the inside. Good move there from Pope J Pope, and what a great little view for us to have as he runs through. So nice work there from our imaginary little camera crew. Go guys. Right at the back of the grid, field in behind for Rico Sama, looking for a spot, find a way past there. As Gomez Yanta comes into the pits. Gatsby has stayed out another lap. Brother Adam now moves up into second place, Nova Apollo into third, TGL Stewart up into fourth place. As we just wait for everything to come back around and we get proper timings again. I don't know what's happened here, folks, sorry about this. Temp and Gomez and Larsh having a little battle. Yes, go Catsby, shouts Martin Belly. And we're all hoping Catsby does a good job here. Where are my timings? I can't commentate if I don't have the intervals. So Catsby, will he come into the pits this lap? So it looks like Temp is going past. I just can't tell you what's going on, folks. My sincere apologies, I just cannot tell you. It looks like Catsby is coming into the pits this lap, so we'll stay on board with him as he comes in and see where he comes out into the field. That means Brother Adam goes through fastest, and now we're starting to get some times. Nova Apollo moves up into second spot. Hope J Pope will come through, Gomez Yanta as well. Catsby will come out behind Temp, TGL Stewart. Rocky and Larsh going past. Rocky getting past Larsh as well as he comes up there. Gomez Yanta now with DRS on Pope J Pope ahead of him. And on a fresh set of hards, he's going to be looking to do a good run to the end here, Gomez Yanta. It looks like he's just not quite going to have the pace now, but it will come to him as the race develops, I'm sure. The challenge for those drivers who can go to the end is obviously keeping the cars in the window. We can see that Cheap Skills has not managed to gain any on Catsby, but Catsby now looking at the back of Larsh, who clearly had an incident early on in the race and had to pit on lap 2, and now coming out on old hard medium tyres, he's going to come into the pit and allow Catsby out and ahead of him. Gomez Yanta seems to be quick through this final sector and into this first one, because he's a lot quicker than Pope J Pope through there. All of his ERS is gone. Fingerhook also out there cheering on Catsby. Rocky now right on the back of TGL Stewart on his fresher, hard tyres. He's going to be looking to try and get past the Racing Point driver. This is where the race will start to come towards Rocky, and all of this is going to be big gains for him in the championship. Hutchie will be hoping that it doesn't come out. Cheap Skills also being cheered on by Fingerhook. The Williams team being supported by the AlphaTauri team of F4, which we like to see. Rocky not yet managing to find his way past Stewart. He's going to need to have a go. And he's close enough now. Can he pull it to the inside? Has a look and he gets the move done. And that's good work from Rocky there. So he's now up into 6th place past TGL Stewart, and we're trying to catch on to the back of Temp, who will need to pit again at some point. We'll be hoping that the tyre's going to start to come towards him, Rocky, on the harder compound. TGL Stewart now gets a 3-second time penalty as well, so that's 3 seconds for him, on top of losing the position to Rocky. And Pope J. Pope has now caught up to the back of Nova Apollo, and this guy's a good 10 seconds down the road from Brother Adam, who been looking to push on and have a good result. As Pope J. Pope swings past Nova Apollo and up into 2nd place. And that's a good move there from the Haas driver. So 2nd spot for now, as he's now got Gomez Yanta coming up onto the back of them on those fresher, much fresher hard tyres. So Gomez Yanta might have to wait a lap or two, but he's going to get that move done on Nova Apollo soon, you would think. Rocky having a look on the back of Temp, who is on 4-lap fresher hard tyres than Temp's mediums. You can see Temp's mediums really starting to give out on him as he gets a little bit of oversteer. And he'll be looking for his way past here. Can Gomez Yanta find a way past through this bit of DRS? And Temp and Rocky side by side. Or is TGL Stewart going to find a way past as well? Not yet. And it looks like Gomez Yanta is going to get past Nova Apollo and up into 3rd place for Gomez Yanta. So a good move from him under DRS, and he has passed Nova Apollo. As now Temp and Rocky are side by side again. Looks like Temp is a little bit out of sorts there. Is TGL Stewart going to find a way past Rocky on the outside? Oh, they're side by side now, and Rocky's going to have the inside line, but TGL Stewart looks like he's got the slight pace ahead of him. Rocky manages to hold it there with his overtake fully deployed, and TGL Stewart not managing to find his way past. Now Temp, as TGL Stewart runs really wide on that corner there, and now Catsby is right onto the back of this little pack as well. So we've got a little battle starting to open up here as everyone's sort of getting held up a little bit behind Temp on those medium tyres, and all of this is going to be playing into the hands of Brother Adam, who will come out, if he comes in pits, will come out ahead of these guys, I think, although he's just made a big mistake, I think, somewhere along the line, Brother Adam. He's just lost 2 seconds to Pope J. Pope behind him. As now Rocky has a look to come down the inside, outside of Temp. Temp defending furiously to the inside. Rocky opens up the DRS and the ERS and looks to go round. Temp trying to defend to the inside. He's not going to have the pace to get past, and TGL Stewart is going to get past him as well as Temp runs wide. That allows Catesby now to catch up to the back, and Catesby's going to want to try and get this overtake done on Temp as quickly as possible so he can stay on the tail of Rocky and TGL Stewart ahead of him, because he needs to get wants to try and keep on pace with these guys. As we see Temp running a little bit wide again. I think those medium tyres are starting to go off a little bit for him, as Dark RT21 has set a new fastest lap on his fresh medium tyres down the back of the field. And you can see how much of a gap already lost, nearly 2 seconds to Rocky and TGL Stewart, well, nearly 3 seconds to Rocky in just that half a lap. So surely going to be coming into the pit soon. Pope J. Pope into the pits from first, Brother Adam into the pits from first, so Pope J. Pope behind him pitting as well. Gomez Hunter will continue through on the hard compound tyres, as will Rocky onto his set of hards, and TGL Stewart, Brother Adam, coming out down in 7th place now. So he's going to now need to make the most of this set of medium compound tyres. They're going to go 12 laps to the end of this race. It's doable. They will not be quick at the end of it, but he's going to have to try and get as many overtakes done as he possibly can. Catesby now going past Temp up into 4th place, so that's a good move from Catesby, and he's past the McLaren driver, and Cheap Skills now be chasing down onto the back of him. So Catesby now needs to try and catch up the 2 seconds that he's lost being caught up in that little battle. Cheap Skills will be trying to get past Temp as well, who surely will be coming into the pits this lap. Be impressed if he pushes these long enough for a set of softs. Yellow flag in sectors 1, 2. Over Immortal and Skullfacer out. Immortal, I think, it's just retired. And Temp going slowly there, so Temp coming into the pits, and that's going to allow Cheap Skills and Brother Adam to come through. NJ Devil up into 7th place, so a good race from him so far on those older tyres. He's going to be hoping to get on there. So yeah, absolutely big well done for Catesby today. At the moment he's doing a real solid drive in 4th place, and he's got much fresher tyres than TGL Stewart is going to have ahead of him. So will he be able to make him pay in the final few laps? Well, 11 laps of this race. Brother Adam will be hoping that he can run his medium tyres as quick as he can up to the back of Catsby. He's passed Cheap Skills already up into 5th place, so he'll be trying to set some pacey lap times. Expect to see big times from him as we have a little look at the penalties situation. So, wow, 17 seconds worth of penalties for Stewart. That's not going to hold him in good stead come the end of this race. 8 seconds worth of penalties for Rocky. So that's a 5-second penalty plus several 3 seconds for pit limitations, which means that Catsby will get past TGL Stewart. He's going to want to try and do it on track now as he comes up to the back of the racing point ahead of him, which runs a little bit wide and allows Catsby onto the back. Can he find a way past as he opens up the DRS, opens up the ERS and plows straight past, and that's a good move there from Catsby. So excellent work from him, up onto 3rd place on the grid and within what he needs to be within for Rocky. Now that depends whether Rocky's 5-second penalty for pit lane speeding under the pit lane is fair. It might be one of those glitchy ones, so we'll see if Catsby can catch up to the back of Rocky. Then he'll be in a... He needs to catch up within 3 seconds, and then he'll be sorted for that position for 2nd place as well. Gomez Yanta, meanwhile, way out in front. And making that one-stop work for himself at the moment. Brother Adam now within 1.5 seconds of TGL Stewart, who's managing to stay on the back of Catsby as well. So don't count TGL Stewart out just yet. But he has got all those penalties to deal with. Brother Adam will be looking to find his way past. Bravo Catsby indeed. Yeah, it was a fantastic overtake from Catsby. Did really, really solid work. And Brother Adam now onto the back of this little group. Further back, NJ Devil is onto the back of Cheap Skills. As we now have Brother Adam run to the inside of TGL Stewart, and he gets that move done as well. And another textbook overtake. Really lovely work. Oh no. So he got given, Ava got given the wrong tyres. That's so frustrating when that happens. So, Brother Adam now on the back of Catsby. Going to want to try and get those fresh medium tyres and use them to get past the Williams driver. Said new tyres in the MFD. So frustrating. So frustrating. As further down, Larsh gets up into 11th place, past Temp, who starting to fall away from him a little bit. And over Apollo, who was way up in the top spot early on in the race, now down in 9th place, running really wide there, trying to find a way past NJ Devil ahead of him. Brother Adam will have the DRS on Catsby, but I don't think he'll be close enough to get a move done down into the first. Oh, he is going to be close enough, and that's a great move there from Brother Adam. Excellent work, really, really threw it in there and took the real bravery. And up into 3rd place then for Brother Adam. Now he's the one who's going to need to hunt down Rocky. And How well can he get that done? Nova Apollo now having a look on Cheap Skills. He's managed to get past NJ Devil and has a look to the inside here. That's a lovely move there from Nova Apollo. Really good work, up into 7th place then for him. And he's now going to try and have to catch up to the pack of Pope J Pope, because he's both on 3 seconds worth of penalties there. Temp is back past Lash. Just caught the end of that, I'm afraid. So now Brother Adam needs to try and he is catching Rocky, but I don't think he's going to catch him at enough. Well, he needs to get within, at least within 8 seconds, which he is, possibly within 3 seconds, in order to get the place legitimately. It's TGL Stewart now on 20 seconds worth of penalties, and that is a real killer for him. He's going to drop right down to 8th place behind Cheap Skills. We can have a little look at the tyres. So Brother Adam, 4-lap tyres. Go Catsby top 3. Can Catsby catch up to Rocky? That's the question. He's done a really good job so far, Catsby. We've got Pope J Pope and Nova Apollo both on the fresh mediums as well. So Pope J Pope catching up to the back of TGL Stewart now, who on those hard tyres, well, we said he can take them to the end, but by this point in the race they're going to be starting to really fall away, and he's not going to have the pace to fend off Pope J Pope for long, you would not think. As Pope J Pope looks to the inside here, and that's a nice move past TGL Stewart. Excellent work there for the Haas driver, up into 5th place. So, I mean, well, we've not really mentioned him, but you're absolutely right, Tom H. Gomez Yanta doing a corking job right up the top. Pope J Pope, everyone cheering their people on, and everyone's doing a really good job out there. Let's see Brother Adam now almost within that 3-second gap that he may need behind Rocky for his 2nd place. Catsby, Nova Apollo goes past TGL Stewart as well, and TGL Stewart's just going to start dropping back here. Cheap Skills next, 7 seconds up the road, so I don't know if well, he's going to lose that place anyway, so it doesn't matter too much for TGL Stewart. Just needs to get to the end of the race, and he will have 8th place guaranteed, as NJ Devil has got 12 seconds worth of penalties, but he won't lose out to Larch, who's got 6 seconds. So where we stand right now. Overall, Gomez Yanta from 11th place has made now. I mean, it was an amazing start, up 4 or 5 places on the first few laps, and then really he's held it together so supremely all afternoon. Just not seen anyone having a chance of getting past him. He made that move done on got the move done on Rocky, and absolutely chuffed with how it's all come together. Just proof that some tracks on this game 11th place can be such a powerful qualifying position. Had I not made my mistake under the bridge section in the race, I feel like I could have got a good result today. But an 8th, I will be trying to get turned up to 7th. Will be because I got an absolute rubbish penalty. TJW gets past Larsh up into 10th place for now, so he will now gain the position from NJW. He's got 15 seconds worth of penalties to deal with himself. Brother Adam almost within that 3-second window that he's going to definitely want in order to claim that position back. Pope v Catsby, yeah, well, he's on the catch up, and this is the point though at which those medium tyres will start to lose it against the older hard tyres, and I think the gaps will sort of remain around where we're at right now. Looks like Nova Apollo might catch up to the back of Pope J Pope though. Looks like Pope J Pope's made a little error there or something. Through as of yet for the Renault driver, but this could really play into Catsby's hands if Nova Apollo can have a little pop at the car ahead. But Pope J Pope is just getting within the second. Well, he's not quite got DRS yet, but he's within a second of Catsby. It also looks like he's made a little error somewhere. So Catsby now, we're going to have this little battle closing out the race as we hoped for. We need you coming along a little bit more, Walid, telling us, giving us some, praying for some things to happen so that we can have a few more battles. Because you've asked for it, and it is so. So here we are then. Nova Apollo, Pope J Pope and Catsby in the battle for 4th place. Now all of this is going to help Catsby because they've got penalties as well, 3 seconds worth of penalties to deal with, so surely he's going to get 4th. Now this will be a battle though for 5th place, into which Catsby could be an important component. Temp is out. Temp has retired from the race somewhere. It's a shame. So, just a few laps left now. Can any of these drivers find a way past in their battle? Can Nova Apollo find his way past Pope J Pope? It looks like... Oh, as Pope J Pope is going past Catsby. And he gets past. And that's a good move from Pope J. Pope there. Past Catsby as Catsby makes a little error, and that means Nova Apollo is passed as well. And oh no. So Catsby down to 6th place as he just runs a little bit deep, and you've just got to get back right out of the power so you don't end up in the wall. And he made the right decision because he'll stay behind these two, and as long as he can stay within the 3 seconds that he needs, he will be fine, and he'll still maintain 4th place. And it looks like he might even get 3rd as well, depending on how well he can close up behind the drivers ahead. And well, a little ending to this race is not going to disappoint, as Nova Apollo now is going to have a run on Pope J. Pope ahead of him, because Pope J. Pope will not have the DRS, DRS to defend he had before. But it looks like he's just managed to get away from Nova Apollo a little bit there. Catsby has got the DRS on Nova, and he will maintain the position, as I said, Catsby. And they're starting to pull this gap down to Gomez out the front, who I think is just cruising his car home. He's got a lap and a half left and 6 seconds worth of gap to play with, so just easing it home for Gomez, who has done an absolutely corking job so far. Martin Belli cheering on Catsby again, and an excellent weekend for Catsby. Been a really solid drive from brother Adam as well, who delivered on that pace promise that he had, really has, and an excellent job from him. So onto the final lap then. Gomez Yanta has brought us around onto the final lap. We've got few positions still left to be decided. Brother Adam. And Rocky has gone to 11 seconds worth of penalties. Rocky's 11 seconds worth of penalties. That's going to make a huge difference to the outcome of this. So that means that now Rocky is going to lose out a massive chunk of time. And he will lose the position to Catsby as well, as long as Catsby stays within that gap. Let's have a look at the gap to the leader. So take 5.5 seconds off. Oh, it's nip and tuck. It's nip and tuck between this at the moment. So it really will be very tight. Catsby needs to try and stay in this gap as close as he can. Nova Apollo trying desperately to find his way past, but he's not going to be within enough of a gap. He's not going to find anywhere through the last section of this race track. So it looks like our leader is decided as he comes over the start-finish stripe through the last 2 corners, and he takes victory. It's Gomez Yanta, our winner. Rocky will come over the line. He's got 11 seconds worth of penalties to serve, so it will be second place to brother Adam in the Mercedes, and a really well-deserved second place from him as well. Pope J. Pope will come over the line. He will not get the position. Catsby will jump up to 4th, so it's 3rd place for Rocky, 4th place for Catsby, 5th place for Pope J. Pope, 6th place for Nova Apollo. TGL Stewart has got 23 seconds worth of penalties to be applied, so he will come over the line in 7th, but he will lose out to Cheap Skills, who will come over the line in 8th, but will gain 7th place from the Racing Point driver, NJ Devil. getting himself back up into a top 10 result, getting himself back up on the points at last. First time for a little while. So TJW now will come over the line for claiming 10th spot. Larsh and Hutchie both with penalties to be served. Farico finishing a lap down on the rest of the drivers. It's time for that time of the day where we hand out the driver of the day. I know there's a lot of fans out there for different drivers, but I'm going to give my driver of the day to Brother Adam. He drove an excellent race this afternoon. Really confident, pacey, claiming second place on the enforced strategy from the alternate position, but it was just the fact that he managed to hold it steady, hold it on par all race that I was really, really impressed. Gomez Yanta gets the one from the game. He made the most of the strategy. Starting from 11th to first place around this place is pretty tricky, but an excellent job from him. Bravo Catsby, says Martin Belly, and Cheap Skills both did really, really well today. Yeah, really solid result from Catsby. Thanks for joining us, folks. We were looking forward to seeing you next weekend. Don't forget to check out 7 p.m. tonight, the racing. Also, on a little side note, 8:30 p.m. tonight on Facebook, you'll be able to find Awkward Question Time or Awkward Question Time on YouTube as well, where yours truly will be appearing as one of the really hilarious comedians, entertaining you as we answer awkward questions. Thanks very much for joining us this afternoon. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe.